What's up guys, Smokey Games here, and I'm back with another Madden 20 rebuild. And this time it's going to be a realistic style rebuild of the New Orleans Saints. Now, realistic style rebuilds are not really my... Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Sorry guys. But, yeah, so realistic style rebuilds, they're not really my thing. See, I like trading for a bunch of players. I like trying to make the team as good as possible. But, for a realistic style rebuild, you have to go with something that's like realistic to the team. So you can't just go in free agency and break the bank. You can trade for the players that you really want to trade for unless it makes sense for the team. You know what I mean? So we're going to be trying to follow that guideline for this rebuild at least. So let's take a look at the team. I know the Saints don't really need a rebuild, but this is my second favorite team in the NFL. And you can obviously see why. They're such a good team. Drew Brees is such a good player, one of the best quarterbacks of all time, bar none. You have arguably the best receiver in the league right now in Michael Thomas. He's an absolute beast. Great hands, great route runner. See, I'm an Ohio State fan, so I remember watching him at Ohio State. They were comparing him to AJ Green like every game. And yeah, he might turn out to be better than AJ. I mean, who knows? I mean, AJ's never really been in this position. I mean, AJ is obviously one of the best receivers of all time. Nobody's going to doubt that. The past few seasons, he hasn't played, so his stats haven't been going up, but when he's in the game, he's productive as hell. Almost nobody draws that much attention is what I was trying to say. But anyway, let's stop ranting and just get into the team. So who are you? Eric McCoy, a rookie center with hidden development. That is good. And we actually have a really good offensive line. He's 28 and he is 25. Okay, so I think the weakest point on the offensive line is our right guard, but for the most part, I don't think we're going to need to address that as much in the draft, but we'll see. We'll see. And speaking of the draft, since this is a realistic style rebuild, we are going to be using the real life rosters, and I have something very special in mind for this draft. It's something that I think will happen, and it's something that I really do want to happen. So we'll see how this draft turns out, but it is going to require me moving up in the draft quite a bit. Now, Dario Davis, is it Damari? Yeah, Demario Davis. He's 30. We have him under contract for 2 more years, and he's just going to regress. So I'm not going to trade him now, but I think I'm going to use him as capital to move up in the draft. Maybe trade away some first round picks. The defensive line looks young and talented. It does. Really? Marcus Davenport only has fucking normal development. That is terrible. I remember when they traded up for him, like, I was swearing up and down that it was going to be Lamar Jackson. And in all honesty, it probably should have been. But I don't think Marcus Davenport is what we would label a bust at this point. Eli Apple, different story. I loved him in Ohio State. I loved his name. But there's also Janoris Jenkins. You know, I think I'm going to give Eli Apple the start over Janoris Jenkins. He's younger, and his overall is pretty much the same. So, Janoris Jenkins, what are you costing us? What are you costing us, Janoris? Have him under... Okay, that's not bad at all, okay? He has 1 year remaining on this contract. We're definitely going to let him walk because there's no point in bringing back a 30-year-old running back that's not the best. And Latavius Murray, he's a solid number 2 punch, a good complementary piece to Alvin Kamara. And Jared Cook, he's a solid player. Hill is right underneath him. I don't think he's the best. But, okay. I can work with that. So our secondary is really young and really, really good. Like, really good. Wait, hold on. No, it was Von Bell. Okay, like, I was just remembering that the Bengals, they signed somebody from the Saints secondary. It was Von Bell. I was thinking that it was Marcus Williams, but I'm like, there's no way. No, but yeah, the linebacking core is obviously the weakest point of this team, and I'm definitely going to need to address that at some point in the draft. I'm thinking I have somebody in mind. I'm thinking, but it's gonna cost us. This first draft is gonna cost us. There are 2 picks that I want in the first round, but I don't know how well that's gonna turn out. But we'll see. We will see. The receiving core, Ted Ginn, he's old, Ohio State vet. He can still fly though. But okay, so going into this season, we're gonna need to address the fucking linebacking core and the receiving core. I think that's the biggest need. So let's go ahead and hop into the season, see if we can get to the Super Bowl. Okay, but before we do start the season, I'm going to go ahead and sign Antonio Brown. I heard that the Saints were actually trying to sign him, but something about he wouldn't be able to play the entire season, even if he was signed. But this is Madden, and that doesn't apply here. So I'm going to go ahead and sign him and fill a much-needed need on this team. Alright, so Eli Apple actually has a chance to go up to star development. That would be pretty big, but not anything that I would hop in the game for and do. So, if he gets it, he gets it. If he doesn't, then oh well. Alright guys, it's looking like we did not make the playoffs, and we 9-7, but we missed the wild card, so no. Finished second place in the division. We had a really, really bad start to the season. We started out 0-3 and had to dig our way out of that hole. And aside from the first 3 games of the season, we played really solid, but it wasn't enough to secure us a playoff spot. So that might be Drew Brees' final season, and we missed the playoffs. Not even doing bad either. We just missed the playoffs. That's terrible. So we don't have a high draft pick, and we missed the playoffs. So that is really unfortunate. Let's go ahead and take a look at the season stats and see. Oh, it definitely wasn't Drew Brees' fault. That is obvious. Okay, so Drew Brees, 4,200 yards, 48 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, completing 73% of his passes. That is a great season for a quarterback. Alvin Kamara, 1,200 yards, 6 touchdowns. Not bad. Not bad for Latavius Murray either. Not bad at all. Let's take a look at the controversial receiving core. Okay, so Antonio Brown, I brought him in to be productive, and he was a reliable target, but not really what I signed him for. Tre'Quan Smith did really good, actually, for being a number 4 receiver. Really good. I think he may have bumped Ted Ginn down to take the slot, and honestly I would have preferred that. Had I known he was there, I would have done it usually, but yeah. Anyway, so Michael Thomas and Jared Cook, they played amazing, both over 80 receptions, over 10 touchdowns each, and yeah, good for us. Take a look at the defense here. Demario Davis, this is definitely going to be his last season as a Saint, and he showed out. He was definitely the team's defensive MVP. So Like to see that. Like to send him off with a bang. 3 sacks, 7 TFLs, and 114 tackles. That's great. And our rookie safety, Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. That's a mouthful. Yeah, even Von Bell got 85 tackles, and he wasn't even a starter. Okay. Okay. The defense played great, and the offensive played better. So, why we missed the playoffs, I couldn't tell you. Not a fucking clue. Alright, so MVP goes to Tom Brady of the Patriots. Drew Brees finishing at number 4. I definitely thought he was going to win it, but it's whatever. Coach of the Year goes to Mike Varble, not us. AFC, I think we're in the NFC actually, yeah. So NFC Offensive Player of the Year goes to Russell Wilson. Drew Brees at 3. Defensive Player of the Year, not us. Do we have any Saints in here? No, we do not. I guess we really played that bad. So Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to Dwayne Haskins. Good for you, dude. Good for you. Defensive Rookie of the Year, not us. Oh, hey, Chauncey. He came in at number 5. Good for you. Good for you, dude. Well, that is going to be it for the recap. So, I will see you guys in free agency since we missed the playoffs. Alright, I'll see you guys there. Alright, Drew Brees, this is a really huge cap hit. This is a realistic rebuild, and I don't believe that they would let him walk, but that is a 30 mil cap hit. That is ridiculous, dude, for 1 year. And when we're definitely going to be drafting a rookie quarterback this year anyway. It's a realistic rebuild, so. You're gonna test out free agency? I don't think that would actually happen. That's actually cheaper. It's actually cheaper just to franchise tag him, but he didn't want to come back, which I don't think would actually happen. I'm going to continue and sign some players. Maybe I'll franchise tag Drew Brees. I'm not sure at this point, but I'll let you guys know how it ends. Alright, because of the limited cap space with Drew Brees, I only got to go after 2 players in this year's free agency. So, let's see if they sign. So, both of them do sign. They're both young, both have star dev, and I truly believe that they would be a difference maker on this team. So, yeah, that was free agency, and I'll see you guys in the draft. Alright guys, draft week is here. Let's start the NFL draft. Like I said, I do have a very specific thing that I want to happen this draft, and I'm definitely going to need to move up to make it happen, but we'll see. I don't think I need to move up to the top, but we'll see. We're going to let the first few picks play out and see what happens. I'm quite positive that the 2 players that I want won't go in the top 3, but we'll see. Alright, so first pick is
the Raiders are now
Derek Brown. Really? Tua and Burrow still on the board, and they go with Derek Brown. Alright, I mean, yeah. Do you guys? Alright, so second pick in the draft. Oof. Alright. Let's see. Second pick in the draft is Chase Young. How did they not take Chase Young for real? Okay, now I don't exactly trust this pick right here. Ooh, they might take a quarterback here, but then again they might not. And the quarterback that I want may not even go first off the board, but then again he may. I know I'm not making a whole lot of sense here, but I'm gonna let this pick play out. See what happens.
The Buccaneers are now on the clock.
Okay, so they take Joe Burrow, which is the expected pick. So right now, I'm going to try to trade up. I'm going to try to trade up right now and see what I can make happen. It's the Buccaneers, so let's see. So we're going to give up our first round pick and Demario Davis here. To move up to number 4. Let's see if this works. Almost. So, oh god, our corners are shit. They need a quarterback, and it's exactly what I don't want to happen. So, holy shit, we don't have a second round pick. Where did that go? Oh my god. Ooh. Would that be better? Oh, hell no, it's not better. Alright. Alright, so Demario Davis, they like. Oh, there's one thing that's guaranteed to work, which is my first rounder for next year. But I really don't want to do that. Try Kiko Alonso? No. Damn, they don't have the cap space for another player. Alright. They really don't have the cap space.
I see both teams
Okay.
filling up large. You know what that means? We've got
Okay.
a trade.
Well, we move up to number 4, which is that was good, but it cost me a pick from this year, which I really didn't want to happen. So I don't know, but we got the player that we wanted. So with the 4th pick, the New Orleans Saints select Tua Tagovailoa.
The Bengals are now on the clock.
Hell yeah, this is exactly what I wanted to happen. I want this to happen in real life. See, I'm a Bengals fan, and I still want Tua to go to the Bengals. But if Tua does not go to the Bengals, I want him to go to the Saints. That is exactly what I want to happen. I feel like he would be a great fit in the Saints. He can sit behind Drew Brees for a year and just heal himself. Just get right mentally and physically, and then come back and take the league by storm with the weapons that the Saints have on offense. This is going to be a great pick if this happens in real life, and it's definitely going to be a great pick in the game. So, could not have chose better. Alright, I don't know if this is a good pick, but I'm doing it. So Warford in the 4th pick is going to get me the first pick of the 2nd round to move up and get the second player that I want. And without any further ado, that player is... Well, I already know Patrick Queen is gone. Patrick Queen is the player that I really wanted, but there's somebody else. So, Julian Akawaro. He seems like a solid player. He's not Patrick Queen by any means, which is really the player that I really wanted. I was actually banking on Patrick Queen still being here in the 2nd round, but apparently he's not. And we didn't have a 2nd round pick of our own, which is definitely something that I should have noticed before going into the draft, but it's whatever. So, I don't think this is going to be realistic. Moving up in the 2nd round to get Julian, but it's something we're doing, and you guys are gonna have to deal with it. So
The Bears are now on the clock.
We move up to get Julian Aquaro. He's a 74 overall, hidden development. That is a solid player. I don't know if it was worth trading away an 82 overall right guard, but we'll see. We definitely needed linebacker help, and our offensive line is pretty solid all around. So you can't go wrong with this pick. It's a great pick. Alright, here we are in the 5th round. Looks like there's not shit left, but we actually really do need a cornerback. Quite desperately, actually. I'm going to take a look at the cornerbacks that are still on the board. And, AJ Green. Oh, shit. As a corner. It's fast. I mean, I need a corner, and physically, he's pretty damn good. So we're going to go ahead and take AJ Green, 66 overall. Sadly, I think that's good enough to start at cornerback for us. Sadly, but we'll see what he can develop into. I think he's going to be our number 2 cornerback straight out the gate. And, yeah. Alright guys, here we are, going into the 2nd season. This is going to be the team. So Drew Brees is going to be the starter for his last season as a Saint. Tua is going to sit on the bench and get healthy, which is what I think is best for him. I mean, obviously he's not injury prone in the game, but this is a realistic style rebuild, and this is what's really going to happen. So we did make a huge hole here at right guard. Hopefully Drew Brees can survive it. But defensive wise, we traded to Mario Davis and we got Bud Dupree in free agency. And on the opposite side, oh shit, Marcus Williams, he went up to superstar. Good for him. Okay, our secondary is looking really good, except for the corner. So AJ Green, you are going to come up here and you are going to be our starter, because you have a chance of winning Rookie of the Year and a chance to go up in development. So we're going to see what you can turn out to be. Actually, the linebacking core is not bad. Everyone on the linebacking core is young and a decent overall, so it's not bad. It's something to build around. I don't think that this is going to be the finished product of the linebacking core. And as far as defense goes, looking pretty damn solid. I signed Armstead in free agency. That was a hell of a pick. But, yeah, our defensive line is looking really good. Sheldon Rankins is sitting here, 26 years old, 83 overall. Very good. So, yeah. Our defense is really young. I think the oldest player on our defense is Cam Jordan at 31. But he's a 93 over X Factor. I don't see him regressing anytime soon. So he's going to stay on the team for the entirety of this rebuild and just be the defensive leader. But yeah, this team has a lot of upside, a lot of potential. So I think since it's already been a season, and it's going to be another season, I think this is going to be a 4 or 5 year rebuild just to get Tua in the game off the bench, let him progress and whatnot. So, yeah, let's get into the season. See if we can get Drew Brees a Super Bowl before he retires, which is really what I want to happen. I feel like it's just shitty how they've been doing the Saints in the playoffs the last few years. But he decided to come back, and let's get him one, guys. He deserves it. Okay, so that rookie cornerback, AJ Green, he has a chance to go up to star development. I knew it was going to be a good pick. We drafted him in the 5th round, and he already has a chance to go up to star with, what, a 97 speed? That's pretty damn good. So, let's see if he gets it. Alright, here at the mid-season mark, we are 4-3. Not exactly what I'd like to be. In 2nd place. We have to make the playoffs this year. We have to. At least gotta let Drew Brees walk out with a playoff berth, dude. Like, I don't know, but new ability. Okay. But yeah, this is the mid-season mark, and I'll see you guys in the playoffs. Okay, so here at the end of the season, we are 11-5. It looks like we got a first round bye. So we really kicked it into high gear at the end of the season, which is what we did at the end of last season. I think this is a second half team. So, yeah, we got a first round bye. We're gonna hop in and see how far we can get into the playoffs. Hopefully we can get a Super Bowl win. Let Drew Brees end off with a bang. Actually, these are two teams in the same division. I think it's the NFC East. I believe NFC South. Okay. So the top two teams are butting heads in the divisional rounds. So let's see what we can do. Can we get past the Bucks? We can. Alright, we're in the NFC Championship going against the Cowboys. We murdered, and I mean murdered, the Bucks, dude. 45-10. So let's see if we can keep that momentum going. We need to be able to keep that momentum going, and let's go ahead and upgrade here. And let's see if we can get to the Super Bowl. Can we, please, dear God? And we ended up losing. Okay. 24-21. That is going to be the final season that Drew Brees has. We don't even make the Super Bowl. That is such bullshit. Alright, well, I'll see you guys in the offseason, I guess. Alright, so we didn't really have any money in free agency because Marshawn Lattimore wanted to walk, so I had to franchise tag him, and it cost me a lot. And that left me with no money in free agency, so it wasn't really anything we could do, so here we are in the draft. Let's see what we can do here. Alright, we pick at 29, and I'm not trading up at all in this draft. I'd actually like to have all my picks this year, so he was good. 77 overall, free safety. I don't even want to try to pronounce that name. Ashari. Oh, I did it anyway. Okay, so I'm not looking to trade. Why am I there? So let's see what is available. Jalen Waddle. We really do need a receiver. I actually wasn't expecting Jalen Waddle to be down here, but I feel like he's too good to pass on, right? Receiver is definitely one of our biggest needs. Yeah, Jalen Waddle is too damn good to pass on. I mean, oh, Olave. Holy shit. I am an Ohio State fan. Alright, let's look. So, Jalen Waddle, 4.35. And he is. Alright. Chris Olave, I love you. But I'm going to go with Jalen Waddle here. I feel like he's going to be the better player.
The Dolphins
are
now on the clock.
78 overall, ranked 23rd in the class. Really? 23rd as a 78? Oh, this draft class is kind of souped up, isn't it? Okay. Well, we got Jalen Waddle. He is a 78 overall, hidden development, as I already said.
Are now on the clock.
So, that was a pretty damn good pick for us. On to the next.
The Saints are now on the clock.
Alright. Let's see who is available. We really need a linebacker because our linebackers just walked, and I did not have the money to keep them. No linebackers available, really. 8.2 on the combine? What? I don't even know who you are, but this is the best combine grade I've ever seen. 8.2. Wait, what? You are a freak. I didn't scout you, but that's nice. Oh, if I ever needed a running back, I'd look to him. This is the year of, I don't know, there's not really much here. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pause it. And I'm going to see what I can get via trade. So I don't see any second rounders. I'm not trading for anything less than a second rounder. It's ridiculous. Alright. Alright, so maybe just go best player available and try to trade him for a pick. Jatavius Whitrow looks good, but this is a hard decision. I mean, it's either going to be Devontae Smith or Jatavius Whitrow. Chuba Hubbard. That's one hell of a name, dude. Okay, so I think I'm going to go with this running back. So I'm pretty curious to see on what he is, and I'll probably end up trading him for a pick or something. Well, he's a 76 overall, hidden development, pretty damn good for a second rounder, which we did not need. I mean, in all honesty, I probably should have taken the wide receiver. But, I was curious. This guy looked pretty damn good. Let's take a look at him. Very good stats, actually. Really balanced, really fast. He has really good breakaway speed. He's agile. He's looking like the best running back I've ever drafted. And I really haven't drafted a all-star running back, which is saying something, but I feel like it's a lot harder to draft a running back because you don't really want to spend a very high pick on a running back when you can get someone like that in the second round. So I think this might be my last pick of the draft because there's not a whole lot here. Definitely not a whole lot here. What the hell? We're gonna go with this linebacker up here, Amari Burney. Welcome to the squad, Amari. You were 71 overall. Normal developments. Not very good, but good enough to start because our linebackers just walked and we really needed somebody, so that is a solid pick for us. And I think that's going to wrap up the draft for me, so I'm just going to let the computer take it from here. Alright guys, here we are in the second season. This is the year of Tua Tagovailoa. He is not an X Factor, he's actually a superstar, which is still pretty damn good, but not exactly what I was expecting. Who the fuck are these guys? But Latavius Murray's still on the team, but Jamar Whitrow, I'm gonna have to trade one of them. I don't know which one I'm going to trade. We'll figure it out. But we did not address the offensive line issue. There's still a gaping hole there. I could probably try to trade for an offensive lineman. That's definitely what I'm going to be doing. So Waddle, you're going to come up and you're going to be an instant number 2 receiver, because that's where we need you. So let's look at the defense. AJ Green. You could not even tell that he was a 5th round pick. He looks like a random 2nd rounder, dude. Maybe even a 1st. 77 overall. Star dev. That is really, really good. We really needed a corner. And dude, wasn't he like a 66 overall last season? You know what? I didn't even look at the awards last season. That's me. That's my fault. Okay, I was not paying attention. Whoa. Bud Dupree went up to superstar. It's really good. And Awakar, he's only star dev. We have a huge hole in the middle because our 80 overall middle linebacker decided to walk because we didn't really have the money to pay him. It's tough, but it is what it is. The defense is looking great. It's still really young all around, and it's looking great. We have a gaping hole in middle linebacker and in right guard. But other than that, the team looks really good. So I'm gonna hop in and I'm gonna try to trade one of these running backs and see what I can get. Okay, so this is a thing. Our rookie running back, our 3rd round pick, and our 4th round pick is going to get me the 1st round pick from the 49ers. Alright, so I decided to just go straight to the playoffs, and we are 11-5. We did not get a 1st round bye, but finished top of the division. Looks pretty good. Let's go ahead and look at the stats before we forget, like last time. So Tua's first year starting looks incredible. So he had 4,200 yards, 40... Is it just me, or did Drew Brees have this exact same season? 40 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, completing 74% of his passes. Am I crazy? Or did Drew Brees... Oh my god. We better not be paying $20 million for this guy. Okay, but... Could be crazy, but... I'm almost positive he had the exact same season. So Alvin Kamara, 1,200 yards, 5 touchdowns. Latavius Murray found the end zone more, but he wasn't the lead back, so oh well. So Michael Thomas, yet another 1,000-yard season, almost 1,000 for Jalen Waddle. Pretty good rookie campaign for him. Oh hey, Alabama. Tua got a familiar receiver. Good for him. I didn't even notice that when I drafted him. But, the receiving core looks pretty good. Tua spread the ball out pretty well. Let's take a look at the defense. So, Bud Dupree had 110 tackles, 4 tackles for loss, 5 sacks, 4 interceptions. That has to be in contention for player of the year, right? So, Amari Burney, he did great. Really good for a rookie. 86 tackles, 6 TFLs, 1 sack, no interceptions, but he did good. And AJ Green, what a season. It wasn't that spectacular, but it was really good. Considering he was a 5th round pick and now he's like emerged as like a star player. Like that's really good. I was not expecting that from him when I drafted him. But oh well. Alright, let's take a look and see who the rewards go to, and then we'll start in. So MVP goes to Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow. Tua finishes second. I guess they're still competing with each other even after the draft. So MVP goes to Joe Burrow. Tua gets second. That's some shit right there. Jordan Love even up there at number 9. Okay. I'm actually really curious on Jordan Love going into the draft. He has my interest. Like, he really does. I would definitely take Joe Burrow over... Well, not Joe Burrow, but I would definitely take... Sean Payton, number 2 at Coach of the Year. Okay. Not bad. But Jordan Love, I think he might be a better quarterback than Justin Herbert. Like... Justin Herbert is really flawed. I can really see that. Is he a rookie? Sean Clifford. Yeah, he's a rookie. He got number 3 in the MVP. Good for him. Alright, so let's take a look at it. NFC Player of the Year goes to Joe Burrow over Tua. It's good again. Good for him. So... Defensive Player of the Year goes to Fred Warner. I was actually trying to trade for him, trying to trade my running back for him, but there wasn't really anything that I could get, so I just ended up getting a pick, which is a little shitty because I think this is going to be my last season, honestly. Oh god, I have the hiccups now. Yeah, that's a good sign that I have to end it here. So let's go. Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to Clifford. He is great. Good for him. Jalen Waddle finishing 4th. That's great. Do we have anybody else? No, we do not. That's okay. So we do. Amari Burney finishes number 9. Okay. Well, that is going to be the stats for the season, so let's go ahead and see how far we can make it into the playoffs. I'll tell you what, if we win the Super Bowl here, and we do not, okay. Oh my god. Okay, so we're just 1 and done here. But that's some shit. Alright, well, that's gonna be it. Let's go ahead and take a look at the final version of the team, and that's going to be it for the rebuild. Alright, so this is the final version of the team. Tua actually went up to X Factor. Really makes me want to play another season, but I'm not going to. So, Tua went up to X Factor. That's pretty great. Wow, I'm sensing a pattern here. My last few rebuilds, I've had a X Factor backfield and an X Factor receiver. Huh. I'm sensing a pattern. Okay, but offensive line, we never did recover from that gap that we put in the right guard position, which is pretty shitty, but Bud Dupree went up to X Factor. Holy shit. Okay. And H.A. Green, all said and done, he would have went up to an 80 overall. For a 5th round pick, dude. That's obviously the best 5th round pick I've ever made. Obviously. He started out as a 60 something. I think it was a 67 overall. Normal dev player. And after 1 season, he went up to like a 72. It's really fucking good. Really fucking good. Okay, but Bud Dupree, he went up to X Factor. He started out as a star, and then went up 2 ranks in 2 seasons. It's really good. I'll keep a note on that. I will. But the team looks great. Marcus Williams, he's somebody that I'm going to put on my board too, like in my people to trade for. He's really fucking good. I wasn't expecting him to be as good as he is. I obviously didn't even know his overall. I think he was a normal dev, actually. He started out as an 86 star dev and moved up. So I'll make a note on that. But yeah, this is the team, and if you guys liked it, please leave a like. It helps me out a lot. Subscribe even. It gives me motivation to keep doing this. So, see you guys next time.